Take one, Mark.
Action.
We'll be going back to the...
We just wrapped a glorious shoot.
The Doritos Crash the Superbowl ad has come back after a few years of not being around.
And we'd been talking for a while about wanting to make something together, and also something where we could bring together collaborators that we really love working together with. We both knew that Doritos is looking for something hilarious.
So when I sat down and was like, let's make something, it was just the start of just idea pitching. And it was so fun, and it felt like kind of the reason we got into all of this. In this moment though, what were we, 3 weeks out from delivery?
I made a schedule for it, and I was like, oh, actually, we need to have a script 2 days or 3 days from now.
And in those 3 days, I don't think I've talked to Dale more in my life. We talked so much, and we would tell each other really weird stories and ideas, and just try to see if we could make each other laugh.
A lot of bad ideas, but we came to one that I think really nailed it.
Ah, nice. All right, that was great. All right.
So we had to pull together crew, we had to pull together a cast, pull off a gag where we spill some ashes out of an urn.
Keep in mind that I'm calling Airbnb owners and saying, can I spill cat litter and dust down your vents? I promise I'll catch it all.
Action.
The cat litter adds to the bone fragments that would be in human ashes, and then mixed with buckwheat powder.
Casting was also fun, and ultimately, Andy actually ended up being the best person to play the girlfriend. And then we had to find a really good boyfriend.
I saw Denny at a show not too far before this commercial, and instantly became such a fast fan. I think he is so freaking funny.
Oh yeah, I'll be professional.
And one thing that was really cool about choosing Denny, we went in with a script, but we're writing basically improv moments where we were like, this is gonna be a Denny moment. We want him to bring what he has because we're bringing him in for a reason.
And Andy too. That moment when Denny puts the Doritos bag down, and I needed you to say something to him to give him some sort of confidence.
Oh, we brought Doritos. Off to a great start.
Which worked way better than what I wrote.
That must have been interesting too as a director, leaving some lines unwritten.
I had written something for him to say there, and then he was just like, what if I just, do this little finger gun thing and just make it kind of awkward? I was like, actually, yeah, that's a little bit better.
And that's also what's so cool about working with Dale. He's got the idea, but he gets that we're hiring people because they're talented.
As a director, you know that 90% of your work is done even prior to the shoot, and part of that is casting and putting somebody into a role that you know is gonna bring something to it. It's not all from me, it has to come from the people that you're putting on camera.
And I don't think we could have made a better choice.
We have lots of friends that work in the industry. We were fortunate enough to be able to ask some folks, hey, would you be willing to lend your time and your talent to this project? And fortunately, we got some yeses.
And it was great. Because we got to bring together our friends and people we respect and have worked with in the past, we really got to trust that people knew what they were doing.
And we're really glad that everyone came together to do this, and we just have the dream team.
The thing with making a commercial like this is timing is everything.
Because we had this gag where we're basically having to tamper with gravity, and pull something to the ground in a very specific way under a vent. We've got fishing line, we've got all this kind of crap. We actually shot this commercial twice.
We did what we call a viz.
And what it basically is it's a pre-shoot. You figure out where things are gonna go because there are a lot of moving parts, and it's a practice run.
So that really helped us nail the timing of the commercial.
It was awesome. It is something I would definitely do again.
Spilling an urn of ashes down a vent is not something you can just hope will happen. You have to kind of design it so that it'll happen the way you want it to.
Well, I'm thinking it would be more believable if it was on the top.
We ended up making a foil bowl that we pushed in. We had to make it so it could come out between takes. We could funnel it back into the urn. We could do it again really fast.
And I think this is what makes you great to work with, is that you're a really good problem solver. Because I wrote this concept and was just this would be really funny. You're like, I gotta figure it out though. Which you did. We're just really grateful that we were able to work with a great crew, great cast, and just great people all around, and we want to do more of that.
The whole reason we're doing all of this is for the love of making stuff. And I hate saying this because it sounds so Gen Z.
Smash that like button. So thank you so much. Hope you enjoy the commercial.
Boom, we're done.